Welcome back to NBA Cinema, guys. So look, we got to talk about this as Alperen Sengun has some comments that made it onto Giannis's radar, saying he wasn't a good passer. We saw Turkey do a good job guarding Giannis, held him to 12 points, where he's been having big scoring outbursts on any of the other opponents in Eurobasket. Alperen Sengun, his Turkey team goes and wins. Giannis gets bronze, and you could see him and his brothers very emotional about that moment, being able to step up on that podium and get a bronze medal. Now we know Giannis has won in the NBA and all that, but Sengun said he's not a great passer, and that kind of went viral. We're going to get into what Sengun said because Giannis and his coach has now responded. Let's check it out.
What was your game plan against Giannis, and why did it work so successfully?
I mean, we just put him in. We just put Ercan on him, and we help as much we can. And Ercan did a great job today. Of course, Giannis is one of the best players in the world, and we just try to help Ercan. And I think we did a good job. He's not a great passer. He's an amazing player, but he's not a great passer. So we're just trying to help and jump, close the paint.
Now, Giannis and the Greece head coach caught wind of this in the post-game interview. And this is what they had to say about that.
Alperen Sengun,
Yes.
after the semifinal loss, said that you are one of the best players in the world, but not a great passer. So, would you agree with this statement, and do you think it's fair?
Um, I'm a guy that I don't like to talk a lot. I let my game talk. I'm going to my 13th season in the NBA. I've won everything. Everything. And this was the thing that I had in one, and I won. I have an incredible family. I think I have incredible people that support me every single day. I've built incredible relationships. And I love to carry myself that way. I'm not the guy that will, talk back to coaches or players or people that say bad things about me. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you won't remember what they say. You will remember how I respond. So I keep everything to myself. You can go and check how you say, coach? Go check me on YouTube. As I told, go see my clips on YouTube, and then come back and ask me if I'm a good passer.
Sengun is a very, very small kid to talk about Giannis. Second, he has to know that because we hear a lot of, let's say, different ideas from people that they don't have idea about basketball, that Turkish team, they lock Giannis. This is bullshit. We were not in a good day. They play the same defense to Giannis. He missed 4 times alone the layup. He find more than 6 times his teammates. We didn't score. So I don't want to hear this bullshit.
I've heard everything in my life through ups and downs, good and bad. When you're one of the best, players, and I don't talk too much. I like my actions to talk. I'm not. I don't fake. I like basketball. I don't like media. I don't like being famous. I just like basketball, and every day. Sometimes when you don't play well, people talk shit about you. But this for me, it's almost like a relief, because I did it for the country. I did it for myself. I did it for my family, and finally, I fucking did it. So I'm proud.
So Alperen Sengun, man, that's two people he done upset this summer. He said something, towards Draymond Green recently, and he said that Giannis isn't a great passer. Now Giannis, obviously, I've seen him make great passes, especially when he has his back to the basket and he lets the defense send a double team to him. I think Sengun is talking about this kind of play right here. I can't show the whole thing because Eurobasket keeps blocking it, but I'm going to try to give you a visual of what I'm talking about. When he gets coming downhill. They show a body and he spins into no man's land, and there's three people right there around him. And he goes up and he shoots right here, but sometimes he tries to pass out of things like that, and it makes it easier for the guard that's just watching, to kind of read what he has to do with the ball, opposed to this play right here where he receives this entry pass. Now they send that double team over. Giannis is able to fire it across the court and really get the defense in scramble mode. And I think, me personally, I like to see him mix it up. Sometimes he can get it and go downhill, but I don't like when he waits for it and walks it up the court and then tries to go downhill because the defense is already set. He can get himself in a little bit of trouble when he does that, but Giannis, one of the best players. Sengun's been talking a lot, and they have high expectations. I hope Sengun knows that going forward, his whole world's about to change with KD on the team and the expectations for the Rockets. They're no longer the young, cute team that everybody say, oh man, they're going to get it together. Nope. You added KD. Now is you got to be in that championship conversation. You got to get to them Western Conference finals, but, it's two other teams. I ain't going to say you got to be there this year if the Mavericks are healthy and OKC's healthy. But I think those are the only two teams that a loss will be accepted from this upcoming season. But, we're having KD. They still expecting you to win. So Sengun is about to wear some more of that pressure that he's never worn before. And Giannis is basically saying, look, I won at every level. I have everything that you want in the NBA. So for you to make a statement like that because you have a better Turkey team is disingenuous. I could tell Giannis felt some type of way about what he said. I can also tell that Sengun and those guys have a lot of respect for Giannis. Anytime you see three bodies coming at you, you've been talked about ad nauseum. And it isn't just because, your ability to go downhill. They know you can play make for the team and others, but they got a lot of bodies to send. They can kind of crowd it. And I think Giannis played into their hands, spinning out of control right into three bodies like that. So I would love to see those guys guarding each other next year, though. Probably won't happen. Well, probably will if you think about it. Especially if Houston goes with that too big lineup where they put Steven Adams and Sengun out there against him and Miles Turner. Turner probably will be on Steven Adams. And then you'll have Sengun and Giannis. So we may get that, guys. And I think that'll be interesting and intriguing. Sengun, he seems to be the next big in line, to start to try to elevate himself towards, all NBA teams and potentially even an MVP talk, just the way his game is, the way he can pass the ball and some different things. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.